going all the way. I'm going all the way with my Lord. No turning back. I'm going all the way. No turning back. I'm going all the way. No turning back. I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way with my Lord. I've made my decision. I'm going all the way. I've made my decision. I'm going all the way. I've made my decision. I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way with my Lord. All the way. I'm going all the way. All the way. I'm going all the way. All the way. I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way with my Lord. No turning back. I'm going all the way. No turning back. I'm going all the way. No turning back. I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way with my Lord. I've made my decision. I'm going all the way. I've made my decision. I'm going all the way. I've made my decision. I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way with my Lord.
Origin of every illness or sickness is traceable to Hebrews chapter 12 verse 15. It says, "Look after each other, so that none of you will miss out on the special favor of God. Watch out that no bitter root of unbelief rises up among you, for whenever it springs up, many are corrupted by its poison." The Amplified Versions put it as follows: "Exercise foresight and be on the watch to look to see that no one falls back from and fail to secure God's grace, in order that no root of resentment shoot forth and causes trouble, and the bitter torment and the many become contaminated and defiled by it." These are both biblical passages pointing out the following. They point out that there is responsibility for everyone to exercise foresight and look after one another. The second thing is pointing out that it cautions everyone not to fall back or fail to secure God's grace, which we refer to as His unmerited favor and spiritual blessing. And the last thing he pointed out, the biblical passage warned everyone of resentment in terms of rancor, bitterness, and hatred among one another. When we fail to adhere to all these points, there's 100% assurance of trouble, such as different forms of illness and sickness that we see today manifesting in our lives. Today, we will be looking into one of these numerous illnesses and sicknesses that may possibly manifest as a result of our failure at adding to the listed biblical points according to Hebrews chapter 12 verse 15. The illness we'll be talking about today is hypertension. And we have a medical expert that is going to educate us more on that. For us to have more knowledge about hypertension, I welcome the matron, Esther Adebola Jani. She is the director of Rescue Mission Department of Cobalt Global Concept Limited.
Somebody appears to this program, and I want you to listen as we have been told that we are discussing hypertension today. What is hypertension? Hypertension is otherwise known as high blood pressure or elevated blood pressure, and it is known as silent killer. Why is it being called a silent killer? Because majority of people that are hypertensive, they are not aware of it because they present no symptoms. And especially when hypertension reaches its high, when it is being severe, and that is why people started experiencing the symptoms. How can we define blood pressure? It is a force that a person's blood is exerting against the wall of their blood pressures. What are the things that can cause hypertension? Majorly, hypertension causes is unknown. It's something that is not really said. It's not like other diseases that it is bacteria or fungi that is causing it. But we have some predisposing factors or risk factors that can lead to hypertension. I want to start telling us the risk factors. One is age. As an individual is getting older, especially from 60 and above, as a result of degenerative changes in the body, there could be narrowing of the vessels, which could lead to hypertension. Then, obesity, where there is accumulation of too much fat on the body, lying on the vessels, on our blood vessels, it could lead to hypertension. And there's what we still call ethnicity, that is ethnic group. There are some ethnic groups that research have been proved that they are prone to hypertension than the other, like Africans, Americans, they are prone to have hypertension. Then intake of alcoholic substances or tobacco use can also lead to hypertension because of the toxin that is being present in it. Another predisposing factor is the sex. The research shows that men are more prone to hypertension than female. Sedentary lifestyle. Because somebody is rich, eating different kinds of junks, the food that cannot be beneficial to the body, too much carbohydrates that can return back to fat and be accumulated in the body can also lead to hypertension. Another risk factor is intake of too much salt. For those of us that do not do without salt, after the salt in the food, we still take a pinch of salt and put on the food. This is not good. This can also lead to hypertension. Intake of fat, especially high cholesterol fat, can also lead to hypertension. Stress. If you are giving yourself to too much stress, psychological stress, physical stress, all these things can accumulate and lead to hypertension. Heredity. If you have somebody that is prone, that has hypertension in the family, there is possibility for an individual to develop it, even at a younger age. That one is possible. Then we have one that can come as a result of secondary hypertension. Maybe if an individual is suffering from a kidney problem, that individual can have hypertension. Somebody that is diabetic can lead to hypertension. Or anybody that has a problem with heart diseases can also lead to hypertension. So what are the symptoms that we need to know? Like I said, that majority of people with hypertension, they don't present with symptoms until it is becoming severe. So in severe cases, these are the symptoms that is likely to be seen. Profuse sweating. When a person is sweating profusely without doing any exact work, let's check what is happening. Anxiety. Sleeping problem. When the person is having problem with sleeping, he do not sleep over the night, despite that he has worked up for him to rest, we say that this could be a symptom of hypertension. Headache. When there is a serious headache, continuous one, despite the use of analgesic, it does not go. Let's know that it could be hypertension. Some people present with nose bleeding that we call epistaxis, and all these signs are surfaces, especially when there is a severe cases of hypertension. So how do we know which of our blood pressure is normal? I want to tell us the ranges of a normal blood pressure for an individual. We have 90/60 to 130/80. If you check your blood pressure and it ranges between these, that means your blood pressure is normal. But the moment you are getting 140, 90 and above, up to 180, 120, there's hypertension already. And in the severe cases, when we have hypertensive crisis, that one can go into unconsciousness, that is when we have hypertension, blood pressure of 180/120.
It's from the mouth of the expert. And I believe, one way or the other, you have knowledge about what hypertension really is. Join us next week when we'll be talking more about this illness, hypertension. Thank you.
From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again to a family. Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I am so